Welcome back to Millie Loves Death Metal. Happy it's Wednesday? Wednesday. Listening to Occulst, US death metal band on Everlasting Spew, Justin Stubbs' band. This is a compilation that came out a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Has its comp of their demos, Cenotaph to Putridity and Ceremonial Lifelessness, and then their single Resil something. Yeah, Everlasting Spew. I have a CD update coming this week too. I've gotten a lot of CDs in the last couple of weeks that I'll show off. This was one of them, so good stuff. So, one announcement. Tomorrow is the giveaway announcement for the members only giveaway. Join, click the join button below. I'll probably pop up a little picture of what it looks like. 99 cents a month. You can cancel after the giveaway tomorrow. I don't care. And yeah, that'll be the final giveaway I do for a while. But I've had a lot of people reach out to me already about doing another one. So if you're a band or a label or a YouTuber or whatever, whoever, I don't care. If you want to collaborate on a giveaway, let me know. They're my favorite things to do as a YouTuber. I absolutely love doing giveaways. They're a lot of fun. And I find that whenever I do giveaways, I connect with different people and more people. So it's always fun. Anyway, so I got a vinyl update today. Actually, a pretty hefty one. It's been a long time since I've made a hefty vinyl update. I finally bit the bullet and just bought a bunch of releases that I've been wanting on vinyl. I have a couple of these on cassette, which I'm probably going to just get rid of now because I've been trying not to do like the multiple variants unless it's for multiple formats unless it's for like bands that I am trying to collect everything from. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing is that I got, I ordered a package, nope, I said that wrong. First thing is first. Okay. Did I show this yet? I feel like I did. I'll show it again. Plasmodulated. The new Plasmodulated is out now. It is shipping, so if you haven't gotten yours yet, you should be. Gurgling Gore has been setting it out. So this is an ocean of putrid, stinky, vile, disgusting hell. Plasmodulated is Michael Colby from Warflurch. This is his other band, which I think this one is probably, I don't know what's going on with Warflurch. I should message him and ask him. It's been a while since I've heard anything about that. But this is his other band that I believe started off as a solo project a couple of years ago, and now it's a full-blown band. And this is their first official release. Hold on, I'm forgetting. I'm totally like having a brain fart. I'm also not awake yet. It's before work as always. I think pretty sure this is their first official, first full length. Okay, yeah, I was right. So they had a demo out. It's just self-titled Plasmodulated. I think I talked about that in a video a couple of weeks ago. I also showed it off when I first got it. That was out on Gurgling Gore. So here we go. We've got the first official full length out now. Cover art is done by Gruesome Graphics, aka Nev, aka who did my Gator Chomp and logo. One of my favorite artists, and this is by far one of my favorite things he has ever done. The artwork, it makes you feel like this might be the kind of music you're listening to, but really it's not. It's not. It's not that like disgustingly sounding, putrid, foul death metal or brutal death metal at all. Like it's pretty phenomenal death metal. It's got a little bit of a doomier feel to it at times. It's got a pretty atmospheric feel to it at times, but for the most part, it is very good. It's got old school death metal elements in there as well. So this was a split release between Gurgling Gore and Dawnbreed Records. So if you're out on the western hemisphere of the world, or out in UK, I don't know why I said it that way, Dawnbreed has these in stock. You don't have to order through Gurgling Gore. So this is by far one of my favorite vinyl pressings that I've gotten in recent years. Just the artwork is so crisp and pristine on here. It looks so good. This and Haggis, which was Lucas's artwork too, like, man, look at that. And then the back, just the layout, it goes so well. The color scheme, everything about this. So there's also a nice thick printed inner sheet of the lyrics, and then the band right there. So yeah, this is a phenomenal release. I got the promo and I listened to it several times, so I already knew what to expect when I got these physical formats. This is by far one of my favorite releases to come out this year. I have spun this a ton. I've had this for a couple of days now, and I've probably played it like 4 or 5 times already. So, just so good. There's some like synths in here. Like I said, there's a little bit of the atmosphere in here. Just really great, phenomenal guitar riffs. I meant to see who the guitarist was. I forgot. Well, everybody plays guitars. I don't know if it's Mike that does the lead guitars. I know that he's a good guitarist. I'll have to ask him. But just, there's a mix of vocals, you know, it's not just like Mike doing the vocals. It looks like the drummer and then the other guitarist in here also does vocals on here. It's just, it's got, for a debut album, this is phenomenal. I absolutely love this album. I don't know, I can't say enough about it. I even like I talk to him every once in a while on Instagram. It's been a while actually. I feel like for a while there we were talking pretty frequently, like during COVID and stuff, and then kind of fell off a little bit. But I recently been talking to him. I messaged him the other day and told him how much I love this album, and just how it's going to be one of my favorites. So there was a couple of color variants, and yes, there is black. I had to go with the orange because it just fit the overall theme and the artwork, and it looks awesome. It sounds awesome. This is probably one of the cleaner vinyls that I've gotten in a long time. I was talking about this the other day with one of my friends. Like, do you clean your vinyl every single time you play it? I will admit I'm pretty bad about doing that. I've been trying to be better about it, but I generally look at them before I put them on my platter, and you know, if I feel like I see dust or anything like that, then I will. This one is so clean, like it just, and it sounds phenomenal. So this pressing is so nice. I love that Gurgling Gore gets into the vinyl scene. Not with every release, you know, he does a lot. He mostly is cassette tapes, but I love when he does press vinyl because they always just turn out so good. And Ryan's a great like graphic designer. He does a lot of the layouts and stuff. Like, just multi-talented. He's also Seep as well. So yeah, love this. And also, you guys know Gurgling Gore is like one of my favorite labels. So I also, of course, yes, no, I'm not going to get rid of this. Also got the cassette tape. So I originally ordered the cassette tape, and after I listened to it several times, it's like, no, I got to get that on vinyl because I love this. A nice fluorescent pink Norelco case. So this is a unique pressing. One side is just normal, and then the other side is the UV all over print of the album artwork. So I thought that was interesting. Usually it's both sides, but I kind of like that this way that it was done. So yeah, I was pretty stunned by that. So yeah. And then the J card, whoop, is just this. So I know this is a vinyl update, but I figured I'd show it. Also, here you go. That's yours. Pause it and snag it. Okay, sorry, there's a little bit of a blip there. Somebody was at my door, and I actually had to sign for it. It was a package, not for me though, but it was a package I needed to sign for. So anyway, yeah, here is a J card, really nice. There is the code. Go ahead and grab it. I don't need it. So yeah, that's Plasmodulated. Checked it out. Awesome stuff. Like I said, love this release. Cassette tape and vinyl. Dry Cough Records and Gurgling Gore. And then if you're a CD head, Personal Records has that out. I'll link everything in the description. Awesome stuff. Okay, so the next one that I have to show you is, let's see here, let's see if I make sure alright, I like have everything out of order. Snag this. This was kind of a surprise, I guess you could say. This is Contusion. This is their new album on Profound Lore. It is their first full-length album called Insatiable Lust for Death. I don't know anything about this band at all, and then Profound Lore posted the whole entire album on their YouTube page, and I listened to it, and I really enjoyed it, and I think this is going to be one of those releases this year that people are going to have on their radar, or will be like one of those ones that will sneak up on people and they're like, wow, that's actually really, really good. So yes, it's death metal. They're a US death metal band. I was looking to see if who else was in this band, because like I said, I don't know anything about them. So there's Chris from Repulsion in here. Also, he plays in Nail Bomb Live. And then Mark, who used to be in Iron Regan, which I don't think they're not active anymore, and then Mammoth Grinder. So it's a two-piece. And yeah, you can tell just by the cover art what style of death metal is. This is very much in the vein of like a ferocious, cavernous, ferocious, suffocating style of death metal. Borderline kind of war metal sound, just a tiny bit. Like I get hints of it in Black and Death Metal, hints of it. Just a really, really good, aggressive, dark, brutal sounding death metal album. Like I said, I don't know much anything else. I've never heard this band before until now. It looks like they had a demo that was put out back in 2022, but I've never heard that. So yeah, Profound Lore. You definitely need to check this out. I think this, like I said, one of those releases that will either go completely off the radar or will just sneak up on people and be one of the best releases this year. I'm not too sure. This is definitely going to fall in my year-end list, that's for sure. This is one of those releases that, you know, I knew nothing about, didn't have on my radar, and found it and really, really enjoyed it. So, and as you know, Profound Lore usually just does like 2 vinyl pressing variants, black and then a color. So I was able to snag the red, of course, because you guys know red is my favorite color, and it looks awesome. So yeah, this is still available. I don't think this sold out at all. At least I don't think it did. So yeah, definitely check this out. Like I said, I know nothing about this band, so if anybody else is really on the know with them, let me know. But yeah, Contusion. Really, really good stuff. Okay, and then finally the last batch here that I have is a massive order that I put in through Dark Descent Records. Every once in a while I do this. I'll go and I'll put a massive order in, especially if it's MSUO releases that I don't necessarily want to pay the shipping for. Although Jesus doesn't really rip you off with shipping. If you make it a big enough package, it's pretty much worth it. I wouldn't just buy one record. I always tend to buy more, but I knew even Dark Descent had these in stock, so I just went there and did that because it just, you know, it was easier. So these are a couple of Meisako, Un Oho, and Rot at Life split releases this year, and the first one is, well, actually I don't think this one was a Rot at Life split release. I think this was just MSUO. But the first one is this. So yeah, Rothadás, I think is how you say it. Rothadás. I looked up the pronunciation and I still butchered that. So anyway, Simon showed this on the Heavy Metallurgy stream that we did a couple of weeks ago. He loves this album. He had a bunch of high praise. I don't remember if Alan and Marty talked about it. I don't remember. But I am pretty new to this band. Admittedly, I've never heard their first album that came out in 2021. And when I saw this come out, I remember listening to it on Bandcamp and really, really enjoying it. But then I kind of put it to the side and didn't really go back to it. So after Simon showed this off, I went and I listened to it, and it hit right away. This is a style of death metal that I've been super into. It's got a very, very unique vocal style here and there. The band is from Hungary, and it's very death doomy, but just so crushing and good. And like the guitar leads in here are so phenomenal, and there's like I said, that vocal style has got a unique sound to it. So yeah, it's a very, very fun. It's a phenomenal album. I was shocked at how good this was. So yeah, this has now crept into my top 10, that's for sure, because I've been playing this nonstop ever since I first heard it. So Meisako goes back to their glossy vinyl cover. I should have used this for Shaun the Beast's entry, because there's a beast on this yesterday, but I completely forgot that I had this sitting back there. And then here is the back. Like I said, pretty new to this band. Somehow they've escaped me. And yeah, so it has what's his name from Cryptworm in here, which makes sense because that like slow death metal style. And I don't think anybody else was in this band the other guy that I recognize, but I remember the bassist and the guitarist on here is also in Cryptworm. So awesome stuff. A printed inner sheet with the lyrics and liner notes. The artwork is done by Chaos Dictator. Nice. It's a little bit dark on camera, unfortunately, but it's an awesome painting. Chaos Dictator is such a great artist. I really, really like this artwork too, but again, it's a little bit dark. It's like a graveyard with like a skull burning under a bell, and like then there's like these demons in the background. Yeah, I don't know. There's something just really awesome about it. So yeah, I think Pulverized Records also put out the CD for this, and of course I got. If it's available, I'm gonna grab it. The colored version. It's blue. It's hard to see, and then there's also black. I think black is still available on MSUO and Bandcamp. And Dark Descent may still have this in stock, so if you would prefer the color version, but I know black is also still available too. So yeah, MSUO. This basically this vinyl update is just all of my favorite death metal labels. So take note, because people ask me that all the time, and these are like the ones that I most frequently buy from. So yeah, awesome stuff here. I'm sleeving on camera. Whatever. You guys can handle it, right? You know. Nice sleeves. I love this glossy jacket. I really do like when MSU does the gloss. They do it a lot for a lot of their releases. Holy shit, get in the bag though, dude. Come on. No? Alright, forget it. I'm gonna stop sleeving on camera. I'll fix that later. So that's the first one. Great album. I'm not doing song clips today, by the way, because I know some of these will get me in trouble. So unfortunately, you'll have to just click the links in the description to listen to this stuff. So the second thing in that package was Filth, Time to Rot. And yes, I do have this on cassette. Yes, I've showed it off. Yes, this is a split release with Rotted Life, and that's the cassette that I have. So, but I ended up loving this album so much that the vinyl, it made sense. Yet again, somebody was at my door. This time it was Amazon, and for whatever reason they banged on the door, which I usually don't do that. But anyway, okay, so yeah, Filth, Time to Rot, split release with Rotted Life. I've got the cassette tape of this, and this is again another phenomenal release. I would have probably showed this off on Heavy Metallurgy if I had listened to it a lot more back then. But since then, I've been listening to this a ton, and I saw it was available on Dark Descent's website, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it on vinyl, and I will do something else with the cassette tape. I don't need both of them. And yeah, dude, man, one of the best death metal releases so far this year, hands down. This has grown on me so much since I've been listening to it nonstop. This is their first full-length album. They're from Sweden, and just phenomenal, crushing, very, very, very well written, no frills. Just really, really good standard death metal with great riffs. Yeah, like if you don't want any of the like blackenness or the grindingness or the atmospheric or any brutal or anything like that, this is up your alley. You'll really, really enjoy this. So yeah, MSUO put out the vinyl, Rotted Life put out the cassette. Maybe a CD too. I don't remember. So yeah, awesome artwork here. I can't remember who did it, so just hold on one second. This one is a nice matte finish, so not glossy. And unfortunately, kind of bizarre, no printed inner sheets. It's been a while since I've got an MSUO pressing where it doesn't have a printed inner sheet. So unfortunately, no credits now for who did the artwork or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's in the cassette tape though. And of course, the red vinyl is what I chose. So now I'm going to quickly look up who did the artwork, because I gotta say it, because it's really good artwork. It's probably on Bandcamp. Let's go. No, that's the wrong Filth. If you type in Filth bands, you get like a deathcore band. That's not what I'm looking for. All right, Time to Rot, Filth. So yes, there is a CD too. So Rothadás Life did the CD and the cassette tape, and then MSUO did the vinyl. It doesn't say who the artist is on here either. Damn it. Alright, well I'm not going to sit here and waste time. If I figure it out, I'll link it in the description. So yeah, I got the red copy. I'm pretty sure there's still black available too. But if you're looking for this on vinyl, Dark Cassette does have it. I'm pretty sure it's still in stock at MSUO as well. And like I said, there's also the cassette and CD. So yeah, be on the lookout because I'll probably be posting some cassettes for sale on my Instagram within the next couple of days. So yeah, Filth, Time to Rot. Seriously, why is there no artists credited on here? That's weird. Anyway, that's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, the other one in that package was once again another Rothadás Life and MSUO split release. This is Decryptal, I believe is, or Decryptal, with Simulacre or Simulacre. Whatever. I also have the cassette tape for this one, and once again, I love this album so much that I was like, I really want that on vinyl now, and that's pretty much what the stipulations are for when I am collecting vinyl is if it's something that I know I'm going to re-listen to, I'm going to buy it on vinyl. So yeah, Rothadás Life put out the cassette tape and the CD for this, and then MSUO did the vinyl. So this band is also new to me. I'm not familiar with them. This is their first full-length album. They have a demo out that was in 2023. They are from Quebec, Canada, and we have another glossy jacket here. Good stuff. And once again, this one did not have a printed inner sheet. So I don't know if that was like a mistake. I don't know, because when Matt sends these records, he pulls everything out and puts it in the jacket. So I don't know if he accidentally pulled them out and forgot to put them in there. I don't know. If anybody has these records, let me know if you got an inner sheet. It's not a big deal. I don't care either way. But yeah, really nice glossy jacket. And then of course I got the color variants, which is like this like turquoise color. Very, very good death metal as well. Some atmospheric sounding to it, a little bit of a slower death doomy style here and there, but overall just a really crushing death metal album. That's like the theme of this video today. So yeah, awesome stuff. Again, another album that has crept up and is going to be in my year-end list for sure, one that I've been playing a ton. And I actually haven't seen too many people talk about it, at least not in, did Simon show this? I don't remember. But I haven't seen a whole lot, so YouTube space, get in on this. It is awesome. And then finally, the last album that I have to show you, the one that I got in this package from Dark Descent, is one that I am super pumped about. This fucking hell, this is so goddamn good. I'm so behind when it comes to this band, and they're very new to me. I did not get in on their first album until probably last year, maybe, and that is Grave Infestation with Carnage Gathers. So this is phenomenal. My god, this band is so goddamn good. Their first album, Persecution of the Living, came out back in 2022. I did not listen to that until like last year. Somebody had suggested them to me and said I would really, really like it, and I kind of was like, okay, yeah, maybe. And then I got the Snet, that's how you say their name, right? Split. And I was like, okay, this band fucking rocks. And then I got the Noroth split that came out last year. And I was like, okay, I am a huge fan of this band now. And so Simon actually reminded me that this album was out. And I completely forgot about that. Like, I generally don't miss the Dark Descent releases, but somehow I did. So this has been out for a little while now. I think this came out back in February. So yeah, I slept real hard on this. And maybe that's why, because it was the beginning of the year. And I was just trying to catch up from the previous year. I don't know, or I wasn't really buying anything around that time either. I was just burnt out on trying to keep up with new music, and that happened. So yeah, phenomenal, dark, crushing, at times feels blackened death metal album. Killtown Deathfest, they were also on that compilation tape that was put out, and that was so good. Like, everything they've ever put out that I've listened to is phenomenal. We've got Members of Ceremonial Bloodbath in this as well, which totally makes sense. I love that band too, so, and some of that influence from that band definitely resonates on this album. This is really good. I have played this a ton. I played this like 4 times in a row yesterday. It just was hitting. It was clicking and just so good. By far one of the best Dark Descent releases to come out in years. I like, just phenomenal release. I can't stop talking about it. It's so good. Yeah, from all the way down from the logo to the artwork. The artwork is spectacular. Look at that little creepy ass demon thing in this like cave, which is essentially what this music sounds like. And then here's the guys in the back. I love their logo with that long blood drip. This does have a print inner sheet. There you go. And then the scratchy lyrics, which I can't read to save my life. So we'll try to read who did the artwork on this cover. Oh, Misanthropic Art. He is so awesome. Okay, so that makes total sense. Yeah, man. And it's got the black flooding, which is always a nice touch. People think it's weird that I like that. I don't know, whatever. I always appreciate it. I think there was 2 different variants of this, maybe. I don't know, but I grabbed whatever this one was. It looks black when you put it on the turntable, but when you pop it up in the light like this, look at the stickers. Oh my god, everything about this is so good. I will not be surprised if this ends up being like a top 3 album for me this year. I cannot get enough. I need to get t-shirts now. I'm just hooked. I'm addicted. Huge fan now. This band fucking rocks. This stuff is so good. I've just got nothing but high praise for it. God damn, I love Dark Descent records. There's always that one release that Dark Descent puts out every year that just is like, yep, that's it. You got a good ear there, Matthew, over at Dark Descent. You find phenomenal music and bands, and you've exposed so much great stuff into my collection. So, yeah, I'm really pumped, can you tell? So, yeah, Grave Infestation. So that's all I have for my vinyl update. Sorry about the hiccups with people coming to the door and shit. The dogs surprisingly didn't bark. They've just been sleeping. Occult compilation of their demos playing in the background. It's been replaying over and over again. This is really not a very long CD. My CD player just replays it over and over until I stop the CD. Yeah, good stuff. That is all that I have today. Like I said, member giveaway tomorrow. Seriously. Oh, that's not all. I'm sorry. I completely forgot. Member giveaway, yeah, tomorrow. But no, a lot of you asked to show off the framed Mark Riddick artwork that I have. As you guys know, I gave away a bunch of it in the giveaways, because he sent me a ton of prints, and then I was like, okay, so yeah, I'll show you mine. All right, there you go. So here's the first one. This is, man, probably one of my favorites. It's got like this like a sorcery goat. I need to look and see, because I know some of these were prints and probably maybe used for projects too. I'm not too sure. But this very much has a very like gaming feel to it. So this one was one of my favorites that I kept. The other one is this one, simply just because it's very death metal. These skeletons, and he's like stabbing the corpse of the other one, and yeah, so there's that one. My kids, they really enjoy that one. It's funny. Here's this one. This is another like gaming like feel. This makes me feel like Diablo. I don't know if you guys ever played Diablo, but this is how it makes me feel. So I liked this one a lot, and I kept that one. And the final one is another like gamer kind of one. Again, Diablo is what made me think of this, or like Dungeons and Dragons. But I never played Dungeons and Dragons, or did never do the role playings. But Diablo definitely. So that is why I chose this one. So those are the Mark Riddick art prints that I kept. I actually have, so I'm giving away one other one for the member giveaway. So there you go. I just hinted at one of the things I'm giving away there. I actually have two more that I found. I must have pulled them aside and was going to frame them. So, and I didn't keep them out. But yeah, so I might either frame them, I'm running out of wall space, or I might do more giveaways later and give away those two. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, anyway, that's the Mark Riddick artwork. Okay, sorry. Now I'm actually done. I will see you guys tomorrow to announce the winner of the giveaway and also show off the CD collection update. See you there.